Hello everyone, welcome back to the podcast. This podcast this week is sponsored by those guys over at Smash That Like Button. Smash That Like Button, of course, is a phrase, quite a strange phrase because it doesn't make sense at all. You can't actually smash the like button, but really what they're trying to say is if you enjoy the content, then hit the like button. And it's not even hit the like button, actually pressing a button that then says that you're liking and enjoying the video, which then leads to the algorithm.
Does it though?
Well, let me, I'm trying to read it.
Does it make any difference?
Seriously. Not after last week.
I'm not sure.
Less.
Okay.
Which can lead to that bit of content doing better. So, if you want to smash that like button, make sure you smash that like button. One more time. That's smash that like button.
Actually, if you get if we can get 1,000. No. Hello.
Hello, girl. Girl, is that you?
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
It's me.
Who is it?
Seeds of Hope.
Who?
Seeds of Hope. What's the result in the week, eh?
Seeds of Hope.
It's the Seeds of Hope. It's me. Just to say,
Right.
what's a comeback in the week? Setting up nicely, innit?
Oh.
Inter Milan, lovely. Harry Kane, you can always rely on him to get yourself.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Man United.
No,
Talking about Spurs.
It's all Spurs, mate. Of course, girl, it's me.
Seeds of
It's your
Hope.
conscience here. The Seeds of Hope. I'm talking to you, son. Cracky little win, wasn't it? Cracky little win. So
Lovely win.
It's all lining up, isn't it? All lining up.
all-
Beat Inter next week.
Yeah.
Then we've got Barca. It's all set up. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
We.
See you later.
Bye. Very good. Oh fucking hell! What? Hello.
Yeah, it's reality calling. Yeah, you'll probably draw with Inter next week. See you
Yeah.
later.
Yeah. That's fucking true.
Welcome back to One for the Weekend podcast, the best podcast you've never heard of. If you have heard of it before, then well done. You're one of the lucky few.
Do you know I have cigarette ashtrays in toilets on an airplane still? You know they do. Have you noticed
Where's
that?
that come from?
Well, I was just reading about it.
They still have cigarette
Ashtrays in toilets on modern aircraft. Why?
modern aircraft?
Yeah, why?
I don't know, mate. I'm
Some
not
people
smart.
don't adhere to the rules, do they, Tanvir?
Get
Some
a new
people don't
rule
adhere to the rules.
Get a new rule book. Let's talk about Spurs very quickly because Spurs have been, well, we've got two disappointing headlines here. One's going to be later in the show. We've also got loads of great stuff. Heading off to Twinkles, got some Flames advice,
Yep.
Birds and Flames, and we're giving you another clue to find out if Tanvir, or find out who Tanvir supports. Tanvir on the ones and twos. Hello, Tanvir, you good? Hello.
And Tanvir's going to be giving us some dating advice in another language.
Fantastic, yeah, love that. Oh, and most importantly, as you can see from the title, we will be diving into the Manchester derby.
Absolutely.
Previewing it, which should be good. But first of all, first disappointing headline, Tottenham warned over Champions League stadium advertisement.
Yeah, warned.
So what's happened is Tottenham have been warned by an advertising watchdog after a promotion which claimed that their new stadium, Tanvir put the picture in now please, would be the only place in London to watch Champions League football.
Yes.
Now, I saw this and I thought, but I'd seen it a couple of times because it's on in tube stations and stuff like that. And I want to get your thoughts on it. So they've been given an advice note. Where is it? The advertising there has sent the club an advice note and told them to avoid making claims they cannot fulfil.
I mean,
Burn.
we're still in Champions League, so.
Currently, that's true.
And
But you've been using Wembley as your home. Whilst you're working on the new stadium, which you're promoting. Now, here's the twist. And then a question will follow. A fan of North London rivals, Arsenal, was the person who complained to the ASA.
Yep.
Now,
Yeah.
who's won this one? You've got the burn from the advice, they're giving you advice to stop making claims that you can't fulfil.
Yeah.
Burn, troll, fantastic. But it was an Arsenal fan who did it.
Yeah.
It's a bit... Go on, Flav. Thoughts on that? I'm guessing you think you've won this battle.
I don't feel anything about it really, but I think if you look at it, it's rather embarrassing, isn't it, for the Arsenal fan?
Isn't it embarrassing for Spurs as well?
Yeah, right. But yeah, I guess it's kind of embarrassing. But we're kind of aware of this, like when it went up. This is like not new news, so I'm kind of dealt with it, processed it.
Yeah.
Now we've just got this Sadak who's it's gone to lengths to contact the ASA. Just, I mean, whatever floats your boat. To be fair, we put in Spurs fans when the Arsenal stadium was built put in objections to planning permission. So we're all a little bit.
An ASA spokesman said the complaints challenged whether the ad was misleading because the building work of the new stadium has not been completed. Therefore, it is unlikely customers will get a chance to watch Tottenham play in the Champions League at the new stadium.
Unlikely, but not impossible.
That is true. But let me know in the comments right this second who's won this war. Because for that to happen, that is quite funny. But you've got to kind of be a bit of a job's worth, bit of a snitch to get to that point.
Yes.
So who's won? The Spurs fans.
Oh yeah, let's go to the comments. The bastion of what's...
They know, because they'll be policing all the time. Rogue Gunner has been the chief of police in the last few weeks.
How's he done?
No, he's okay. A couple of people going, it's time to go.
Yeah.
From him. What was lovely, Cody247 said this: "Where's the hats gone, James?" So earlier in the season, you can watch all the podcasts and listen to all the podcasts on iTunes now.
Does this guy want us to buy a new hat for every show?
Yeah, exactly. Ridiculous. I wore a couple of hats to see how it went. You know, the gag was done. Okay, so we left it, and he's gone. Where the hat's gone to, James? You look less like a with it on your head. But then straight away, top-notch policing from the lads and ladettes. Yeah. Archie McIver, Lil Footlover, Jamie Evans, and Dickie Oy. All just jumping in with a less of that, which I was really happy with.
It's remarkable how much of a butch lesbian you do look like with a hat on.
Is it butch lesbian?
Yeah.
Thanks, mate. Cheers, pal.
Yes.
Alan 3187 says enough is enough. Thanks for the memories, but it's time to go. I've been Rogue Gunner through thick and thin, but to be quite frank, I've had enough. The comment section is in disarray under every single pod. As much as it pains me to say it, it's now clear to me that Rogue Gunner is part of the problem.
What if someone's never listened to this podcast? They have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, then you need to listen to the other podcasts, and then you will know.
Basically, we've got one guy called Rogue Gunner, and he's policing the comments, and he makes sure there's no untoward behaviour.
He's chief of police.
In the comments.
He's chief of police. For those of you who have never listened to the podcast before, here's some reasons to listen. Nikki James says, this isn't just my favourite football podcast anymore. It's just my favourite podcast ever, bar none, unreal, every weekend.
Shit. That's good news.
And VT says, this is now the best podcast I've heard. More of that, and a few people saying more of that.
We knew that.
We knew that, absolutely.
Knew that. You're welcome.
And also, final thank yous to people in the comments before we do get into the football chat, don't worry. Is that last week's sponsors, which was Watch Time, of course. Yeah. There were a lot of people responding to that, which is great.
Did it make any difference?
I haven't actually looked. Shafia Butt said, I watch at 0.25 playback speed, #Watch Time. Nitsuj Newbie says, I only ever watched the whole of it at once. And where is it? This one's great. I thought, where has it gone?
Why is that a good thing? I only ever watched the whole thing once.
He watches it, so that's retention and watch time, which is great.
Right.
And Lewis Murray, I just kept this open for an hour on my phone, laptop, TV, and PS4. #Watch Time. So well done, lads.
He's a real MVP.
Is he? I mean,
what?
I don't know. Just a bit uncomfortable.
Fucking hell, Flav. Really?
Uncomfortable with that.
Really?
Yeah.
What? People watching it? That's you're
He's not watching it though,
is
he? He's not watching it, is he? He's watching one of those devices and then he's paying another £5.
He's doing his bit, Flav.
Is he?
He's doing his bit. Look,
can I just go back to...
No.
I've lost faith in this. I've lost faith. Not in this, not in this. Right. Never. Not in it either. Right. But the whole clicking likes, commenting...
You don't believe?
Does it trigger the algorithm?
I don't know. Well, let's keep it going for now.
No, look, keep going. I'm still interested.
Do you know what I think?
But let's not. I'm
learning something about you.
Hang on a second. Let's not do this for the algorithm. Let's do it because we just want to communicate with each other. We just want to talk to each other.
That's true.
Let's bond. Let's be one.
Yeah. I think you've got a problem with success. You don't feel comfortable with it. We'll have to dive into that on the process. Me and Flav coming soon.
Well, they won't know what that is, Jim.
It's on my channel, James Lawrence Alcott channel. Go subscribe to that as well. They know about that. Of course they do.
They don't.
Of course they know about
There's
it.
more viewers.
It's one of the hottest YouTube channels out there.
We get more views on this podcast than you have subscribers. So, of course, they don't all know.
That's what I'm saying. The podcast is getting more and more successful, and I'm trying to move them across. Right, anyway, Manchester Derby this weekend. Big Derby game. But a lot of people won't know that actually, surprisingly, I had a quick look at the fixtures.
Yeah.
This week, and a lot of Derby games. Yeah. A lot of Derby games. I was surprised.
Can I pick the Man United Derby? Is it
pick it?
Well,
I don't have one for the Manchester United Derby because it's the Manchester Derby.
Peter
so I left
Peter
that one.
Schmeichel Derby.
Could be the Peter Schmeichel Derby.
Was that all right that he went to Man City?
No.
No, it isn't, is
For
it?
such a legend of Man United.
It just shows that they just don't give a fuck, do they?
What, footballers?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's quite temperamental, so I don't think anyone would really get at him. Do you know if someone was like, yeah, like heart on my sleeve kind of guy?
Yeah.
Whereas Pitchmark's a bit odd, isn't he?
Yeah, all goalkeepers are a bit odd. But what do you think that Roy Keane would have gone and played for Man City?
No, absolutely not.
No.
No,
Or Steve Bruce? Or why did Pitch Michael?
Steve Bruce, Mile. Yeah, Mile.
Did you see Ronaldo's goal celebration?
See his abs?
Didn't I think that's a bit weird?
Well, his abs, yeah, they're incredible.
No, I mean they're incredible, but it's a bit like he's like 33. I mean, what are you doing? He's
Yeah.
a 33-year-old man.
He scores a goal. It's like wait, you lot gonna be so surprised what's under my top.
Yeah.
And open up.
Wow.
Look at me. You didn't know that. We know. So what's he doing?
Do you think actually he's just actually got 6 hernias and he's just been really fortunate with how they've sort of popped up? And he's just gone, let's take advantage of this.
Did you see the tweet that someone said? I didn't realise that Ronaldo had Steve Bruce on his abs. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. It's insane. It's like Steve Bruce.
Exactly like
Steve Bruce. His
wow.
abs. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Is there a picture of that?
Yeah, it's on the Twitter.
Okay.
Find
Tavia, another bit for the edit there. Pop that on.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, as I said, a lot of derby games. And what a weekend of football we've got this weekend, because of course we've got the Manchester derby on the Sunday.
Yeah.
Queen's Park Rangers Brentford on the Saturday. Huge derby game for Brentford fans.
Well, you lost last week and Brentford won, so it's all over for.
Yeah, and if they win, they go above us.
You give it so much, Jim.
Yeah, but he's gone now, isn't he? So
Yeah, but your mates haven't gone.
we're talking about that as well
Yeah.
later in this podcast. But as I said, lots of derby games this week as I looked at the fixtures.
What else
Which
we
is
got?
surprising, you don't normally see that. But this week, of course, you've got the 12:30 game, which is Cardiff City versus Brighton Hove Albion, which is the alternative bird derby. Huddersfield Town versus West Ham United, which is the proper Cockney versus proper Yorkshire derby.
Yeah.
Who will win? We'll find out this weekend. Lots up for grabs there. Newcastle United versus FC Bournemouth, which is the Matt Ritchie derby.
Of course.
Southampton versus Watford. He's got someone who's... Well, you can guess this one. Do you want to guess this one?
Man City versus Watford.
Ex-Spurs as well, this player, for this derby. Southampton versus Watford.
Plays Spurs. Don't know.
It's the Gregors Raziak derby. Of course, he
The worst football I've ever
he
seen.
wore the shirt for Watford and Southampton. I'm telling you stuff you know already. But yeah, they'll be battling out to... What was that? Crystal Palace versus Tottenham Hotspur.
The Chris Armstrong derby. Well, it is.
The Alpha Bird derby. Of course, you've got the alternative bird derby earlier in the day, then followed up by the Alpha Bird derby, the Eagles versus the Cock.
Chicken's not really a
Close enough.
alpha
Liverpool
bird,
versus
is it?
Fulham.
It's a beta bird. Chicken, like who thought?
Is it a beta bird? It's not an alpha bird.
What, a chicken?
A cock. That's a cock, though, isn't it?
A cock.
Peck your face off.
Next.
Alpha bird. Thank you,
I
Tanvir.
tell you what is weird. The liver bird. What's all that about?
I don't really know.
Is that real?
I don't know.
What does that mean?
Don't know. But yeah,
But when someone was creating the badges, I know what we do. We'll make up imaginary bird. And make,
well, that takes
is it
you,
imaginary? I don't even know what it is.
But that
Someone
takes
tell
you
us in the
back to
comments
the-
what is a liver bird.
yeah.
But just to Spurs, why? Oh no, that'll be good for us. Chicken. Put a chicken on.
Well, it's a cock, isn't it? It's a cock.
Do you want to know why?
Don't give that up. Please don't give that up. Don't do it. Oh,
Do you want
Already done.
do you want to know why we have a cockerel? Do you want to know that? Not really.
Yeah, go on
It
then.
is a long story.
I'll be polite. It's a long story.
It's sort of.
Nah, leave it then.
Don't want to hear it.
Slightly Clinton Hill. No, less.
Let us know in the comments if you want to hear.
Just to go back really quickly to the Cardiff City Brighton and Hove one, because it's the same kind of thing. They're thinking for like a mascot, and it's going to have to go on the badge as well. Seagull.
Seagulls, and then who likes?
And then a bluebird
What
for
is
Cardiff.
that?
It's not.
What
It's
is
cute.
that?
It's cute.
But what is it? What is that a real thing?
Yeah,
a
it's
bluebird?
Yeah.
There's
bluebirds.
yeah, but there's birds in the wild
Sure.
called bluebirds.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I don't know.
There is. I googled it. I did Google it.
Google
Well,
it.
yeah,
Google it.
absolutely.
Is there?
No, I have. I've done it. I've googled it before. There are bluebirds. Because I did it for this, because of the big derby.
What
game.
like? Let me see.
Well, not now. We're in the middle of a podcast. Right. On to Sunday, 12 o'clock. You've got Liverpool versus Fulham, which is the Kevin Keegan derby Mark IV. Because there's a few Kevin Keegan derbies ahead of that one.
Yeah.
But it is a Kevin Keegan derby. Chelsea versus Everton, which is the Royal Blue derby. And Arsenal versus Wolverhampton Wanderers. Wow. What a game. The tenuous Billy Wright derby. Billy Wright, of course, played his whole career for Wolves and then managed for Arsenal.
Yeah.
What a game that's going to be.
Never heard of him.
Bragging rights up for grabs.
What did you Google to find that?
It took me a while, that one. Did take me a while. But no, that one's been going on for years. Don't worry about that. All right. Manchester United.
Wolves are a good side. Good side.
Lost the last 3, though.
Yeah, but I'm very unlucky against Spurs and didn't deserve to lose. Well, they conceded 3 goals, so I guess they did. But they were good. They were good for it.
Do you know what I found with
definitely
that?
going to stay up. They are a very good football team. Very composed. Lovely ballers.
Yeah. Do you know what I think with that, though? Like, you know, you won the game and everyone's going, Spurs nearly lost.
Well, when we did our
that shows the disparity between.
We did our podcast, and the first 20 minutes of it was one of the most miserable experiences of my life.
Really?
And I was trying to go to, we've just won away from home in the Premier League.
Against a good side.
Against a very good side. And it was like, I don't know. I don't know what gets into football fans. Do you know what? I'm sick to my back teeth of it, Jim.
Yeah.
Football in general. Sorry, go on. Man United.
Yep.
Versus Manchester
What a
City.
game. Really excited for everyone in the office is really pumped for this one. The Manchester
It's going to be exciting.
The Peter Schmeichel derby.
I think it's going to be a 6-0 to Man City.
That's funny I said that as well.
Everyone thinks Man United's getting pumped. And there's certain members of our office who support Manchester United. Should they lose 6-0, don't come into work.
Yeah.
Don't come in.
Yeah.
We'll manage without
Naming no names. I'm naming no names. But don't come into work when we've called it. We've called 6-0. But is it a misleading affair, Flav? Because Man City have won just 2 of their last 8 matches against Man United in all competition. Drawn 2, lost 4 since winning 4 in a row between 2013 and 14. So these games, all derby games, are kind of like form goes out the window and other cliches. And the way that Mourinho and Guardiola play, and the last game as well, they won. They were 2-0 down in that game. Man United came from behind twice this week. Tanvir's nodding. So they've got a bit of steel about them, a bit of character about them. So do you think it'll be tighter than the 6-0 that we're saying?
Form goes out the window. It used to go out the window before.
Where's it going now?
Well, now it'll go exactly where you predict it to, because obviously City are cheats. You take the mystery out of it by financially doping a football club like that. So they'll beat Man United 6-0. They're the best team I've ever seen, probably, with my own eyes, rather like Barcelona. I've not seen them play, but and with Lindelof and Smalling at the back, I think they are going to get humiliated.
Wow.
I think it's going to be an absolute drubbing. But the real winners will be Man United deep down.
So I think for Man United, the big what?
Because they haven't cheated, have they?
Because they haven't.
All this shit coming out about City, I'm sick of them. I'm absolutely sick of them. They're single-handedly destroying our league. Like, what are you supposed to do against that? How? Where's the level playing?
They need their own league, don't they? They need their own league. So get all the big teams. You get all the big teams in Europe involved in that. That'd be good.
The sooner Man City fuck off to the Super League, the better.
You think?
Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
It's getting out of hand.
It's not just getting out of hand.
Are they going to like? Well, it's just
the minute they were bought, and for what reason? Why were they bought? How was that money spent? And in what world are we playing in a sport where you just simply put £1 billion into? There you go, buy all the players.
It's not sport, is it?
It's not.
It's getting to that point where it's not sport.
And it's not even. It does come across as bitter, because I think I want that for Spurs, and I probably would take it now. But
do you want that for Spurs?
I don't know. But what I'm saying is I look at it and I'm thinking, you're fucking up our sport. You're fucking the game up. Mm-hmm. It's not. You can't compete because you simply don't have limitless amounts of money. And the shit coming out about potential skullduggery around the financial fair play. And
they'll wriggle out of it.
Yeah, it's like, what's the point? Like, what's the point? And do you know what? I think some of the inertia or some of the apathy that football fans are feeling at the moment. One, because we're just saturated with football matches all the time and football content. But like this. But we're
the antidote.
We're the antidote because we're keeping football out of it.
Yeah, we'll keep it fresh.
But we also, this is entertainment. What I'm saying from their perspective is it's people looking at it and going, well, if that's what it takes to be as good as Man City, then what is the point in it?
Yeah, you've done it again.
So I'm hoping genuinely for the first time in my life, I want Man United to win. I really do.
I think, yeah, for the league and everything, it would be great for Man United to win. Yes, we're getting onto that. Can we please talk about the football for just a bit?
Yeah, go on.
Okay, great.
Let's do it.
So, yeah, all that said,
Yeah.
cracking little side they got down there at the Etihad this season.
It's incredible. It's the best side. It's the best football side I've seen.
So for Man United, they've had. We spoke about it on the podcast. We've definitely spoke about it somewhere, saying that these 6 games were crucial. The games against Bournemouth, the games against Everton, Chelsea, and the 2 Juventus games.
Yep.
And they've come out of it with a draw, 3 wins, and just 1 loss. And you've got to give Mourinho credit for that. Although the game on Wednesday, it's good for their spirit that the win is everything, because it totally dictates how we talk about it.
Yeah, of course.
But it could be the setup to a big defeat as well, because
I mean, they weren't very good.
they weren't great, were they?
I mean, they were very fortunate.
And I think as well with Mourinho, you talk about tactical kind of, like Stephen Housen did a video talking about it was a tactical masterclass. And
I don't agree with that.
I've done that myself in a video. I think it was the Liverpool game when they won that, where I was like, they were very, very smart. But I felt like they had a lot more threat in that Liverpool game last season, because they were playing smart long balls to Lukaku. Whereas this game, it was resolute.
I mean, just chucked in.
It was
just
they were
chucked
up
on
against
Fellaini.
it.
That's basically what he did. Everyone says his subs are incredible. He just put a unit on up front.
It was 2 moments, wasn't it, as well? Mata, I think it's good that Mourinho has been smart enough to go, look, Mata is the kind of player that we need right now. He allows us to play quickly. He's intelligent.
Yeah.
He can get you a goal from a free kick as well, which he did. And yeah, and the Fellaini thing as well. I think that's a 2 fingers up to a bit of snobbery sometimes when people go say he's total dog shit, because he's not.
I don't think he is.
And he causes a threat and at the end of games.
He creates chaos. What the thing is with the United game and what Mourinho, they're very lucky, and I say that because Juve hit the bar and post, and Szczesny had an absolute mare with that goal. I don't know what he was doing. He literally fell over and he didn't even attempt to push the ball. It just sort of patted off his hands and then into the goal.
Yeah.
Another day he saves that, and another day those goals go in. I'm not saying it's a great result away from home. Juve, you are going to get outplayed there because they're an incredible side. They don't lose at home. And the result was incredible. And to stay in the game at 1-0, you're going to have to ride your luck a little bit. And you take your chances. The free kick was excellent for Juan Mata.
And you wonder if that's a blueprint for this game, because that for me, that result, and all the results recently, Everton was a better performance. I don't think Everton truly showed up. Bournemouth, they battled through. Last 20 minutes, they were good. But it papers over the cracks for me a bit. And there's two stats that I know you don't like stats, but I'm just going to read them out because I think they're
I like stats if they're useful.
I think these are kind of useful.
So
Man United have conceded 18 goals in their 11 Premier League games this season. It took them 25 games till the 31st of January to concede as many in the competition last season.
That's
the defence is bad.
Yeah.
And let's remember where Man United are in the league at the moment. Man City haven't lost any of their last 53 Premier League games against sides starting the day outside the top 4. Not the top 6 or 7 or whatever it is, the top 4.
Yeah, they're really good.
And Man United are currently outside the top 4 for good reason, because they haven't been playing that brilliantly.
Yeah,
that's if I was a Man United fan, that would worry me, and you would understand and be totally fine with, if it works, playing the same way against Man City at the weekend.
I just think they haven't got much hope really.
Yeah, I think the key man for them, Anthony Martial.
So he's back, isn't he? He's class. I was so desperate to sign him over the summer. I thought there might be an opportunity, but he's how he hasn't been playing is beyond me.
Do you know? I think it shows now. Stop it, Mourinho. Don't be stupid enough to not play this kid anymore, because when he's got the confidence, there is end product there. He's scored in the last 4 games on the trot in the Prem.
Yeah.
He's been absolutely brilliant, and it has been end product as well. And he's, especially on the counter-attack, he's going to be crucial for them if they can do anything.
Yeah, no, and the fact that Lukaku isn't about gives him opportunity and space, and you should potentially even play him through the middle. He played Alexis through the middle at the start of the game on Wednesday, and it kind of didn't really work. Martial's got that pace, he's got that class. He's that special player, and he's still got the youthful exuberance to shrug off the pressures of a derby like this. There's no doubt that Man United have got the players that can hurt City, hurt any team going forward. It's just
the defence, isn't it?
It's amazing.
Let's talk about it, and this leads us on to a twist on Room 69 this week.
What was the face thing? He did a
that. He kind of ruined it with that, didn't he?
Yeah, what's that about? It's like, can
I... So, yeah, Pep and Jose doing battle, but first things first, Jose Mourinho...
No one's going in this week. Who's that? Is that a phone call?
It was a phone call, but it was vibrate, wasn't it? So it doesn't really
Who was it?
And I turned it off. I don't know. Don't care. Middle of a podcast.
I care.
I don't care.
Jose... It was another man, wasn't it? Was it another man?
What?
Wasn't that Ben guy, was it?
That is an old niche joke that no one will know of. Right. Jose Mourinho is out.
Shouldn't have put his penis in your mouth. That's all I'm saying.
Jesus. That was a joke, darling. That was a joke, darling. Jose Mourinho is out of Room 69.
I'm supposed to say that.
Sorry, go. Off you go. Why? Tell us why.
He's coming out, isn't he? Because that's a place for boring people that have nothing to give. And Jose Mourinho gave us everything. I loved that. He's like, what are you saying now? What are you saying now? They cussed his mum or something.
Shouldn't they be? Did they? Is that what they did?
I don't know, something about his family, yeah, and then something about Inter Milan, and he got because he was talking to he's interviewed afterwards by an Italian journalist, and she said, "What you did? Do you consider what you did offensive?" And he says, "Do you think what I did is offensive?" And she goes, "No, I'm asking, do you think what you did is offensive?" And he was like, "No, them singing about my family, that's offensive. Them talking about Inter Milan constantly, that's offensive. I just put my hand to my ear. Which one is offensive?" And I'm like, yes. Jose,
good.
You're 100% right there.
Yeah.
That doing that isn't offensive. You're
That's
just giving something back.
Jose, isn't it?
Do you have an issue with it?
I was saying to you yesterday that Jose is wicked when he's winning. He's brilliant. He's funny. He's charismatic. He's just a bit of a dick when he's losing. He's sour.
Yeah.
He's dour. Yeah. He's an hour of cower, and that I don't like it. So that's what's been happening with Man United. They've not been playing well. It's not been working out. But like it's like him with the Inter Milan game when they beat Barcelona, and he just goes running on the pitch and does that stuff. You got to love him for that, and it will be a much quieter place football when he leaves Man United.
Some people say that he showed a lack of class. That it wasn't something that someone should be doing on a football pitch. Like once the game's done, it's done, and you walk off.
Scholes said that, didn't he?
Well, my argument is, how many times do you see players doing that? Yeah. Like they score and they go up to the crowd or do that. How many times?
Yeah, if you give it, you got to be able to take it. And look, he shouldn't go right up to the crowd and. He's got to be careful with it, but something like that's fucking brilliant.
Like if someone give him a clip round the ear roll for it, then that would be fine as well.
Yeah,
Bonucci come over and backhanded him. I'd love that also.
Yeah,
because it's give and take, innit? But one of my favourite things, and this might be an unpopular thing to say, but Neil Lennon, when he got coined, I was like, fair play, because you're exuding that negative energy and it come back to you. That's the shit that happens. So. He was like that to the crowd. It cut away to Craig Levein, come back, and he's a crumpled heap on the ground. It's fucking beautiful. Don't give it if you can't expect to receive it.
It's all part of it. Do you know what the one thing I would say with the Juve fans is, if you can get your banter right in the stands, then I think you can do it with a bit of wit, and it can be funny, and that way they're kind of like they'll be okay with it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I would love. This might be a good bit, actually. I would love, those outbursts that someone says in the ground that are just little one-liners that are just hilarious.
Yeah, you get it a lot.
That's the gold of football.
Terrace humour is at times excellent.
Because things like Lampard came for Derby QPR the other week, and they're saying stuff about his wife and stuff like that, and I'm kind of like everyone's doing it. I'm like, don't really like that. But like one-off comments or like,
it's not alright, is it?
Yeah, but when it's funny things like, I don't know, like.
There's a bit of wit to it.
Like Head and Shoulders stuff we did with Joe Hart when he would come down, and it was like we were taking a piss out of David Seaman because he left us and went to Arsenal, and then David Seaman's going back and just going, like, because he went for trophies, and so there's that bit of back and forth, and like, just little things like that I would like.
So like with Mesut Ozil, he said his eyes are offside. His eyes are offside.
That's funny.
He cries on his toes. He cries on his toes.
That is funny.
Mesut Ozil.
That is funny, isn't it?
And sit down, you Peter. Oh no, that's not less funny.
But even like, I'm trying to think of one. Oh, like we once had we had Uriah Rennie.
I like the Arsenal fans when they were singing about Adebayo getting murdered on a bus. That sort of thing.
No, that's not funny.
Not that one.
No,
I didn't think it was funny. It wasn't funny, for the record.
Yeah, small section, I'd imagine. Like Uriah Rennie was a ref once, and he just kept getting decisions wrong, and someone went,
"What are you going to say?"
It's all right. Right. Someone just ran by me and went, "Fucking hell, Rennie, you're giving me heartburn." That's clever, Rennie. You know, the Rennies that you eat, heartburn.
Let's see, it works.
Stuff like that.
It's wordplay.
Witty stuff.
Yeah, stuff like that you've heard.
Let us know in the comments below. This could be a bit, maybe.
Mine.
Clever banter from the stands.
I also like just one word, arbitrary. Forward! That's my favourite.
Yeah.
Go!
Don't defend a
Oh, no!
That's what Rosenbaum would be like this weekend.
No! Oh, no!
Final question on the Pep and Jose thing, and it's quite a big one. Tanvir, let me know your thoughts on this one.
Meaty.
It is meaty.
Yeah.
Would Pep win the league with that Man United squad?
Oh!
No.
Why not, Tanvir?
Because it's weak.
It's a weak squad.
Someone else in the office said that squad is good enough to win the title.
Sam Peoples said that. It shows fucking Sam Peoples know nothing.
Sam Peoples' opinion here.
Ooh. Sam Peoples is on the outer skirts of
opinion,
yeah. In us, you're in there. You're in the middle somewhere. But on the peripheries is Sam Peoples, just lingering over there like a little tramp.
So, right, yeah. Back to the question. Pep Guardiola, would he do it?
Probably.
He might do.
He is the best manager in the world, isn't he?
Yeah. But he does have a lot of money to use.
Is he good?
He would. It'd be interesting. I think there'd be a nicer feel to it all, and that might kind of open doors for him. And players want to play for him. I think players want to play for Mourinho.
He's got a mask, like the worst. The guy that can't hide, his mask slips so quickly. Sorry, I don't know why I fumbled through that. What's happening to me?
Plough on.
The reason why he's just, the mask slips like that with Klopp. The minute he's losing, the scowl comes out like that. The minute he's winning, he's like overly positive. He's like almost too enthusiastic when he's winning or happy, and then it just slips. You ever seen that picture of him scowling?
What's your point?
I'm saying that Pep Guardiola also has a mask, but he hides it better.
There it is. Great. Well, he hides it behind 100 points.
Yes.
Yeah.
And all the goals.
It's quite easy.
And £1 billion.
He might not be an Adam, but he's Tanvir. But who does he support?
I mean, you've given them enough clues in this episode, haven't you?
No, I haven't. Hawks Hideout says, T's a good fit. Turn up his mic, and he's got Brighton written all over him. Jericho Jackson says he supports Watford. He likes Miguel Britos. Because, of course, last week, the clue was, Tanvir?
I like burritos.
He likes burritos, but who does he support? Mr. Anonymous says Tanvir definitely 1000% supports Liverpool. Oh. And Vernon Harvey says burritos equals Mexican. Mexican equals best Mexican plays at West Ham. And Wangs, that's a different thing. Basically saying a West Ham fan because of Hernandez.
Yeah.
But who does he support? We've got another clue for you this week. Tanvir, what is your clue?
I like women.
He likes women, but who does he support, Flav? Let us know in the comments below.
I'm not sure he does like women.
Oh my god. Oh no.
Oh, he likes women.
I've seen him in the saunas.
Stick around for Birds and Flames.
I've seen him in the saunas.
Last week, football trivia.
He was completely naked, lying flat on the floor.
Less of that.
Just properly worn out he was.
just sort of
Just little buttocks.
Flimsy.
Yeah, it's just all just like, whoa, that was a lot.
Yeah, just exhausted. I was like, I've got a Nutrigrain bar. Do you need it? I went, yeah, that would help. Is it the phallic shaped ones? Yeah. Perfect.
It's all right, I'll cut this out.
Yeah, you will not. Football trivia time. That means one thing.
Oh shit!
That's Tanvi. Last time we didn't do the voice reverberation.
You did too much.
Didn't do enough. Didn't do enough.
I mean,
Last week we asked you this question on. I'll do it less this time.
okay.
I won 80 international caps as a player before retiring in 2015. I played for 4 clubs in the Premier League. My last 3 clubs were each relegated from the Premier League in 1996, 2015 and 2016. My first club won the league in 1987. But
Which is done.
correct. Sidney Fisher got it right. LFC Fan 101 got it right, and a few others got it right. Well done to you. This one is good, and I got it with my first guess.
Did you?
Very, very
If I
pleased
get
with
it,
that.
can we just spoil the quiz? I'm not very good at these
Yeah,
things.
right.
Yeah, go on then.
Okay, I was born in 1971. I played for 2 Premier League clubs in the 90s. Oh, sorry, I played for 2 Premier League clubs. In the 90s, I won the FA Cup and then the League Cup a year later. I played in the World Cup in 1998, starting in every group game before we were eliminated.
With Mark Hughes.
No.
All right, I don't know.
Okay.
Actually, I've got the answer here.
Well, no, I mean, don't say it.
Well,
Seriously, don't say it.
seriously.
Okay. Still to come, Twinkles and Birds and Flames.
Have I got the answer?
Yeah, you probably do. What, you just want to know it?
Yeah,
Or
I'm
you
just
gonna say it?
curious
Okay,
now,
well,
aren't
you maybe do that after. Tell you
Alright.
after. Unbelievable. Disappointing headlines time. A few people sent us in. Jack Endine tweeted me. Thank you for that. God, it's a sequel to a previous disappointing headline. God, it's disappointing.
What is it?
Really, really disappointing. The headline goes, "Good boy!" Exclamation mark. Alexis Sanchez makes late night supermarket dash to pick up dog food for Ataman Humber.
Fucking hell.
Of course, what was it about?
Well,
5
imagine-
or 6 weeks ago, there was a story about him
Dropping some
going
burritos
to
or
the
some shit.
supermarket or whatever.
Like, let's find these people. Let's find these people writing these headlines, and let's end them. Yeah, let's actually end them. Let's lots of you're offering nothing. You're giving nothing.
It's like
They must wake up in the morning and go, "Fuck!"
yeah. We're gonna need about 400 words on this.
Yeah. Oh, did you
On
see
what?
that?
On what?
Yeah.
Well, no, he's gone to. We've got pictures.
You see, he went to a supermarket. James, he went to a supermarket at 2 a.m. to buy dog food. What do you not see here? What are you not seeing?
I'm just struggling to find the golden thread of the story. Well, let's see how they got on. Having just played 28 minutes in Manchester United's last 3 Premier League game fixtures, he'll be hoping for a little more involvement as they play Bournemouth. This was last week, this headline. But Sanchez is certainly keeping up his fitness, judging by the way he sprinted out of a local supermarket near his Cheshire home on Thursday evening.
God.
With a bag of shopping in one hand and two boxes of Baker's dog biscuits
What, the dogs have got to eat, haven't they?
under his arm, Sanchez dashed from booze and hail back to his Range Rover in seconds. No doubt the dog treats were for his beloved golden retrievers, Atom and Humber, who have gained their own celebrity status with 187,000 followers.
Did you see Eric Dyer's penis during the week?
Quickfire footballers wangs. Yeah, but there were no footballers wangs in the comments last week. Wow.
Big, isn't it?
It's like 3 dicks.
And it's almost like it's
From
weird.
what I caught of his
It's
piece.
almost like because it's like there's some of it's up here and the other bit's down the leg. I wonder if it's so big that it had to fold at the top and then back down the leg. The folds up here and then back down the leg.
And what were those sweets where it just like rolled out?
I don't know.
It's like a. Do you remember T? Yeah, I mean, yeah, footballers wangs. Go check that
T
out.
loved it.
Yeah, you're keen on that. You showed it to me. I was like, no, I'm trying to do the.
Yeah,
trying to get the rundown.
and he's
ready
gone,
for
no,
the podcast."
look.
You went,
Look!
Damn it. Fine. Looked at. Wow, that is big. So yeah, super disappointment.
Superb wang though.
I just don't understand. Please stop it. Whoever's this disappointing headlines, I just don't.
Yeah.
I don't know what to even say about it. It's
What
just
is this?
shocking.
What's the next one?
What footballing headlines?
Yeah.
Well, the first one was the disappointment of Spurs having to be warned.
Okay, of course. Yeah.
Right, it's that time.
What, Twinkles?
It's Twinkle.
I'm getting to the point in our relationship where, you know, you go to the clubs and pubs, but you sort of see through each other. You don't talk and you just look
In
past
our
them.
relationship? At Twinkles?
The Twinkles relationship.
Oh, right.
So I'm like less impressed by your headlines.
These better be good then. I'm ill, so I haven't really got much thrust in me. I'll give you one good one. There you go.
Who does that though? Who actually does that during sex? Like who does that? It's Simon Sam Peoples.
Sam Peoples loves it.
Who's doing this? And how ridiculous would you look? What are you doing here?
It's leverage, isn't it? For
you know
leverage?
this I get, but not
Yeah.
this.
Do you ever do that? Anyway, right, sit down.
I'll make my hand across.
Not for now. Sit down.
Is that too much?
Right,
What's up?
sit down. Come on.
We're all men here, are we? We've all done it before, haven't we?
Sit down.
Sorry.
All right, girl.
All right, mate.
Tell you what,
What's that?
we should travel the world together.
Okay, that sounds lovely.
Do you know what? I'd take you to New York for the weekend if I had the chance. Yeah, no, I would. I would like that. I'd do it.
You've got a chance.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, and as well, not that Virgin Airways stuff, because their planes are getting a bit old, a bit tired now. I'd get you on premium economy, British Airways. Honestly, it's a top flight. Speaking of top flight, Cardiff and Brighton have never faced before in the top flight of English football.
That's tenuous.
Making this the fourth new top flight fixture this season. Bournemouth versus Cardiff, Brighton versus Fulham, and Bournemouth versus Fulham are the others. All right, that's a good stat, by the way. Just like take that in. That's a cracking stat.
No, everyone's waiting for the punchlines. The stats are not important. Come on,
Okay.
let's have another one.
Oh shit! I haven't put that. No, I have. Okay. I'll go.
All right, mate.
So it seems to be going well.
Yeah.
But before we go any further, I hope your expectations aren't too high.
Right. Well, yeah, I know, I get it.
I mean
they're not.
they're not too high there.
But I mean, no, they're very low.
Look, it's above average, but it's about the motion in the ocean, isn't it?
I suppose.
Speaking of the Big Six, Fulham have taken 1 point from their last 18 Premier League games against the Big Six sides. Won none, drawn 1, lost 17. All 3 games this season by an aggregate score of 2-11. And finally, hang on. So, girl, are you adventurous in the old bedroom?
No, 20 minutes missionary is what I like.
So, girl, are you adventurous in the bedroom?
absolutely.
Correct. Interesting. Speaking of back-to-back, West Ham are looking to secure back-to-back Premier League victories for the first time since January 2017. Have a great weekend, guys. Off you go.
Back. What does that mean?
What? How do you not know what that means?
Back to back.
It means you're going back to back. You don't need a rest.
I was thinking quite literally, and it was adventurous, just because it was weird.
What?
What, just 2 backs?
So see what you can do.
Eric
Eric Dyer would be fine with that, wouldn't he?
Yeah, he could just wrap it around him.
No, you go back to back and go, here you go.
Catch! I need a rest. Getting on my age, mate.
Yeah?
37, yeah.
I've always had a phrase, once and well. Once and well.
Yeah.
If she's a Quangers, I'll be good to go.
Is she a what?
If she's a Quangers.
Quangers?
I'm old enough to be your dad, Danby. I don't know what that means.
What does Quangers mean?
If she's just a painting.
She's painting on
Quangers
my
are a
WhatsApp
painting,
iPhone 2.
Okay. Here's one for, this is a good one. We can kind of sort of reach.
Do you know what we call them around my way? Rockets.
Yeah.
All right? Painting or Quangers, none of that nonsense. She is a fucking rocket.
Maybe we can build a bridge between the old and the new with Tanvir here. Let us know any kind of lexicon that you're a bit confused about, and we'll put it to Tanvir. He can just clean that up for you.
Yeah.
Right, it's that time. Birds and Flames. We finish off the show every single week. Is it a show or is it a podcast? Bit of both, really, isn't it?
Yeah. I found out something about Tanvir.
Oh, no.
Does it fit Birds and Flames segment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can speak Hindi
That's true.
and Punjabi.
Punjabi. Yeah.
Punjabi, sorry. And I got him to say some chat-up lines after we finished filming. And I got to say, I was a little turned on.
We'll get you going. What was it about it?
I think just the
rhythm of
just
it.
the colour.
The colour of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, can you say, hello, beautiful woman, your eyes look incredible tonight?
Just tonight. That's not just because I tell you, I saw you last week. You look jaded as fuck, but your eyes look good tonight.
Whatever. No one's gonna speak Hindi in the comments. So go on. Hello, beautiful. You look amazing tonight. Something like that.
Namaste. आपके आँखें इतने अच्छे लग रहे हैं अभी.
I prefer the way you do it.
Huh?
I wasn't really feeling that one.
What?
Here's another one. All right, girl. Fancy some stat nuggets?
How? I don't know how to say stat nuggets.
Well, just
say it in English.
say it in English.
Namaste लड़की. Stat nuggets.
Say it again.
Namaste लड़की. Stat nuggets. आपको चाहिए.
Namaste lucky stat nuggets.
I mean, that's not very close at all.
Right, that's the first bit. If you need anything else in Hindi, we might actually be able to offer proper. There's a lad. He's met a girl. She only speaks Hindi or Punjabi, and he wants to kind of get it moving. We can actually offer advice that could actually help.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Tanvir,
Exciting time.
how did you learn? Did you go to weekends?
I'm Asian.
I mean, that's about it.
Yeah, no, I know, but you were born here. So did you have to go to some?
Just all my family spoke it.
Right, so just in
I
the.
wanted to communicate with them, and that was it.
Necessity.
Yeah.
V Talks has offered us this conundrum this week to finish off the show. Hit the like button. Sponsored by Smash the Like button. So do that now, please. And if you're still watching, subscribe. There is this bagel place close to my office, and I think one of the employees there is hitting on me.
Oh, why is he that?
Well, this might sound dumb, but me and my friend often go there for a bagel and a coffee. And whenever she, the employee, is at the counter, she gets all happy to see me, tries to make small talk, and always puts extra cream cheese on my bagel. I don't think that's a euphemism. I think that's legit. My friend thinks that I'm overthinking this, but then why does my bagel have extra cream cheese? Whilst he's just getting an averagely smeared bagel. So should I ask her out, or am I just losing it since I've been single for the past 4 to 5 months now? Or should I just wait for her to make it obvious that she is into me? P.S. I think she is pretty. My friend thinks she is average, but so am I. Also, this is my favourite breakfast place, and I don't want to find a new breakfast place in case she turns me down.
Yeah.
What to do?
Before this goes any further,
Yep.
I've got the perfect situation for this. Me and Ad went to the prep down the road for time.
Yeah.
This girl behind the bar, she used to give me free coffees all the time. I come to Ad, be like, yeah, she's giving me free coffees. I think she likes me. Come in. And she's been fucking giving Ad free coffees the whole time. And I was like, she's been giving me a smile. She's been talking.
You thought it was on?
She's been asking me about my life. She's been giving me fucking free coffees and bananas and porridges.
Turns out it's customer hospitality.
She's been fucking giving them to me.
But listen.
So just very, very quickly, in case you didn't hear all that, basically Tanvir and Adam, who of course has left us now, will go to prayer, and he thought this girl was like giving it large and giving him free stuff. Turns out she's been doing it to everyone.
Do you remember the girl on reception? And she was so smiley. You walk in, she'd smile at me, and I'm like, that's a lot. She probably does.
She's over smiling there.
She probably does fancy me. That's what I thought. I mean,
another one.
Really. And then I saw her do it to someone else.
Did it hurt?
No. Yeah, of course it hurt. Because I thought,
Thought you were special.
if I wasn't madly in love, I probably would have made love to her.
But you are in love.
I very much am in love. But yeah, no, she's doing it to everyone. Jim Herwood, I chats with him. Chats with him. Right. Anyway,
others.
So what he needs to do, the best way to deal with this one, right, is you definitely ask her out. If you like her, if you definitely ask her out, but it's the way you do it, whether or not you can keep going there afterwards. If you do it all sheepish, like, would you go out with me? Do you fancy going out? I don't know if is this too forward, but do you want to go out for a drink sometime? And she says no, then it's awkward. If you're overtly and jokey about it, say, come on, let me take you out. Come on, all right, like that. Then it's just banter, and you're like, you're cool. You can still have your bagels.
But if you do it like that, is she going to go, is he serious?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. I'd work on your approach. I'm not saying do exactly what I just did, but I'm just saying it's the tone of the way you do it.
First thing I would say is, you've said here, I think she's pretty.
I'm going to take you out one day. That's what you're saying. See what she.
Ooh.
See how she responds.
My advice is this. First of all, you say, I think she's pretty. My friend thinks she is average, but so am I. First of all, you're great, mate.
Yeah, you're
Second
not
of all,
average.
I don't care what the friend thinks. If you find her pretty, then maybe he. Fuck him,
to be honest,
right?
your friend sounds like a bit of a dick.
Yeah, maybe give him the fucking elbow.
You're overthinking it, and she's average. It sounds like he's a little bit jealous, son. And beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. If you think she's pretty, then she's pretty.
She's a 10.
She's a 10 in your eyes, yeah.
Can you draw this out for a bit longer to keep the schmear up?
The schmear?
The schmear of the bagel. He's getting high quality schmear here.
Right.
Like he's getting dollops of schmear, right? Whereas the other guy's getting average schmear at the moment.
Yeah.
So can we keep this flirtation going for a little bit?
Too much cream cheese is a bit ugh, though, isn't it?
He seems to like it.
Right.
And so you've got to get the most out of that situation. Thirdly, Tanvir makes a very good point. Keep an eye out on the schmear of the other people in the queue. Maybe come down and sort of just sit there for a bit and keep an eye on, is she over schmearing other people? Is she just inconsistent with her schmear?
I think also the longer you leave it, the harder it's going to be for you. Go in there tomorrow, get it done. Get it done. Sit there, get your bagel, go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Count down for 5. Go over there and say, I know it's a bit weird, but
don't say that.
I'm really. All right, not weird.
Don't say it's a bit weird.
Because you're creating.
Also, make sure there's not a queue there.
Yeah. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Oi. Something to say.
Yeah. Can I have your number?
Yeah.
Do you know a mate of mine on? It's like not in our culture, is it? But in America, it happens quite often, apparently. But my mate was on a tube. Ben, he probably watches this actually. He's a big fan of Bull Street. He was on a tube, and there's a woman in front of him, and she was reading a book. I think it was 1984, George Orwell. And he said he's like really taken back by how beautiful she was, and she said if she turns left, I'm gonna go catch up with her and ask her out. If she turns right, I'll let it go. She turned left, and he ran after her. He's now married with kids and lives in Australia.
She reported him to the police, and he went to prison. They've got married. They're married and kids.
Yeah, they've got a kid.
That's
lovely.
Well, there you go.
He does have the biggest head that I've ever seen.
Really?
Yeah. Really? It's huge.
Wow.
But she saw past that.
Thing as well, I think you could just go, look, you seem really cool. I'd love to take you out sometime. And if she says no, just go, no worries.
Yeah.
And you're fine. And then...
And you know
you'll
what?
Get guilt schmear.
Yeah.
Oh, have you even had guilt schmear?
The best kind of schmear.
The best.
But the thing is, even if she says no in the first instance, it'll plant that in her head and she may change her mind. Especially if you come in and don't kind of make a big deal out of it.
Attack the awkwardness.
And absolutely do not stare at her after you've asked her.
You said last week that works.
No, right.
Give her the eyes.
Give her the eyes. In a club is fine, not when you just ask someone else who said no, and then you're sitting there just staring at her.
Yeah, don't do that. We hope that helps, V-Talks. Good luck.
Let us know how you get on. Please, actually, because no one ever does.
No.
No one follows up.
Yeah.
And let us know how you're doing, how you're feeling this week.
Yeah, make sure you check in.
Week. Are you happy, you healthy? If you're not happy, let us know. Maybe we can help you out.
Yeah, and finally,
the key thing
2 weeks ago, I think we had like 600 odd comments, which is amazing. A lot of people just check it in, which is just really, really cool. Last week, 400. Just remember to check in because it's nice. It makes it feel good.
Yeah, and if you check in and we see it and we read it, as we read all the comments, absolutely every single comment gets read.
I read every single comment.
It's the best part of the week, isn't it? Reading the comments of this.
I do get a buzz when it first goes out. You just start to go, oh, we can see what people say.
Yeah, it's nice. But what I'm saying is, you said it means that you've had a connection this week. Just checking in. We've noticed you. We acknowledge your existence. You're not alone.
Absolutely. Love that. We will see you next week. Goodbye.
You're not alone.